So this is a review on a product that I constantly rave about. I love this product. I can't say it enough. I love this product. You guys know I religiously practically use this. This is my Sonia Kashuk Tinted Moisturizer. It's the Radiant one, so that you guys aren't blinded. Radiant Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 15. I use shade Tan, as you can see. Right there. Can you see that? I use shade Tan. Whoa, Tan. Okay, I love this thing. It's about $13 at Target, I think, like $12.99. It's kind of hard to find. A lot of people have told me that they can't really find it. My Target always has it. So, and then someone scared me and said that the shit was going like discontinued, and I was like, no! Ew. Lies! But it's not gonna be discontinued. I've seen it for a while, but I do have a backup or two just to save me from, you know, the despair of not ever having it ever again. Just for reference, I've tried a ton of tinted moisturizers out there. I also like a Neutrogena ones. I hate the CoverGirl one. I don't really care for the e.l.f. one. Like, I think it's like a mineral tinted moisturizer or something in the Studio line. I don't really care for that one either. I'm very picky about my tinted moisturizer. They have to be moisturizing enough. They have to be oil free, and they have to have enough coverage where it's like sheer but natural, because I don't need a lot of coverage. I'm actually wearing this today. I usually wear it every day. It's like a daily thing for me. There are days that I don't wear makeup at all, and then there are days that I just wear like powder and concealer. But more often than not, I'm using this. Like, a lot of you guys ask me, oh, what foundation are you wearing? And it's always this. I don't know, like, that's usually what I respond with is this. Like, it's been a long time since I like really used foundation. I think the only time I ever really used it was in the Philippines. Sometime this year, like, I think this year I've barely worn foundation. Like, last year I was all about foundation. I was so curious about it because I never really wear it. Now I know why. It's just kind of heavy for my face. So I love tinted moisturizer in general. What I would do is I would buy the foundations that I love and kind of create one using, like, you know, a light oil-free, you know, illuminating type of moisturizer. But this is like all of that in one. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this review on my blog or on a video, but you guys have requested it so much that I felt like it deserved a video. And I love it that much, so it deserves a video. So I'm gonna kind of outline the review like how I normally would. So we're gonna start with the product itself. The claim to fame on the back says, Tinted Moisturizer is makeup and treatment in one. Light reflectors help disguise fine lines and wrinkles, delivers a more even skin tone, UVA and UVB protection. Yes, indeed. A tinted moisturizer that helps balance and protect skin. It's basically a tinted moisturizer that kind of, you know, gives you a nice little glow. It gives you just the right amount of coverage to kind of just even out your skin tone, and it looks really good in pictures, I'll tell you that much, both in flash photography and natural sunlight. I don't mind the packaging at all. It's like in a tube form. You screw the top off and it's like this. Basically it comes in a squeeze tube, like that. This is the perfect shade for me, so if you're like an NC 42 or higher, I would definitely go for tan. So you basically just go like this and it just blends effortlessly into your skin. That's pretty much it. And it gives you, you see that? It gives you like that nice little sheen. And it's not oily at all. That's like a dewy, it's like a nice dewy finish. I love this. You guys have probably seen my application video for this moisturizer. If you haven't, I'll link it down below. But I love it. Like, you see how it just blends like effortlessly into my skin. It's amazing. Packaging wise, definitely easy to use. I've never finished one. This has lasted me for a really long time. Like, I first bought this last summer, so I've had it for almost a year. And while some of you were sitting there saying, oh, you better toss that shit out, it's been working perfectly fine. The consistency hasn't changed at all. It doesn't smell funny. It doesn't hasn't changed in color at all. Nothing. Like, but in case this one goes bad, I do have my backup. So I love this. I've been using it for almost a year, and it's like a go-to product for me. One of my favorite drugstore products ever. Pricing, it's affordable. It's only about $13, like $12.99 or so at Target, I believe. So affordable to me. Like the Laura Mercier one is like $40, I think. It's like way too much. And like I said, I usually mix my own with like my favorite foundation and a lightweight moisturizer. If you guys want a video on that, let me know, because a lot of you guys have asked me how to mix it, and that's really all I do. I like do a squeeze of moisturizer, a squeeze of foundation. That's pretty much it. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. So, but yeah, if you guys want the video, I'll give you guys a video. The number one thing I like about it is that it's lightweight. A lot of tinted moisturizers have a tendency to be kind of thick because it's supposed to be a moisturizer and you know, coverage. So it's supposed to be like a moisturizer and coverage at the same time. The CoverGirl one, I hate. The mineral one from e.l.f., I hate. The only next best tinted moisturizer I could say that I love is by Laura Mercier. I also like the MAC one, but I feel like it's kind of thick. It kind of broke me out a little bit. Like it left like, you know, like little bumps, you know, like here on my cheeks and then kind of here on my forehead. This one has never ever broken me out. The best way I suggest to apply this is to use a brush. I suggest either a duo fiber or something like synthetic, kind of like the Sigma F80, because that's what I use. Sigma F80 is my favorite brush to apply this with. You can also use there's a Sonia Kashuk brush. I think it's a flat top synthetic one. That'll work too. I feel like that's a little bit more streaky to me, but I like the F80 because I can buff it in. Also, you guys have seen the video. Again, if not, it's down below if you guys want to see how I apply it. You can also use your fingers. So you can use your fingers. Either way, the way you apply it is so super easy. Like I would say you need like 2 small squeezes, like of the dollop that you just saw me put on my hand earlier. I would say maybe 2 would cover your entire face. I love it. I don't know how else to explain it. You guys saw how it blended right into my skin. So quality of the product, use of the product, and everything, it's amazing. It doesn't break me out. It's very lightweight. You don't need a powder to set it, although if you want a little bit of extra coverage, like say you're a little extra red, I would definitely add like another powder, like maybe MAC Studio Fix, or I've used my Makeup Forever Duo Matte, or my Bare Minerals Matte matte foundation. You could definitely add a little bit more coverage with like a sheer wash of powder over it, but it works perfectly fine by itself. I like the fact that it covers redness and it kind of diffuses the look of scars a little bit. And then if you do have a little bit of fine lines around here, I don't have it, but I've used it on a client before, it kind of like not fills it in, but you really can't tell that you have it. Like her skin completely changed like when I put it on, and she was like, "This isn't foundation?" I was like, "No, it's a tinted moisturizer." And she was like, "Oh my god," because she didn't really need a lot of coverage, but she had a lot of like, you know, bigger pores or like fine lines, and this like kind of just sinks into it. So as far as coverage goes, I would say it gives you like sheer to light, or like around the light. It's definitely buildable, so if you want to use 2 coats of it, it would be more of like a light coverage. But again, don't expect it to cover like a foundation, because it's not made to do that. If you have skin like mine where it's pretty clear, but you have like a few like little freckles or like a few, you know, little scarring, then this would be perfect for you. But if you have skin that like has more scars, then I wouldn't rely on a tinted moisturizer to really cover that much for you. Or what you can do is you can apply concealer, or, you know, kind of layer it a little bit with like concealer and a little bit of this. Something about this one, like even though it's sheer, it just like kind of fixes the imperfections. I don't know how to explain that, but it fixes your imperfections, and it kind of gives you like a really pretty glow, like a really pretty natural glow. So it kind of blends into your skin where it looks damn near natural, like your ass has like that natural perfect skin, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So as far as product quality and all that goes, definitely A+ for me. Now as far as wear goes, I can get at least 8 hours of wear on this. I would say it depends on your skin type. If you get oily really fast, I would definitely wear a primer underneath, or kind of set it with a more mattifying primer. Even though it offers you like a more dewy finish, I'm not sure if, you know, those of you with oily skin would like that. So I would definitely kind of set it with a more mattifying powder, and then kind of like as it oxidizes throughout the day, or like within the next hour or so, it'll kind of blend more into your skin to look more natural. But the wear on this for me, it'll last at least between 6 to 8 hours, depending on how strenuous my day is. I mean, usually I would sit in an office all day, or if I'm out and about all day running errands, I usually get a good amount of wear on it. I mean, there's transfer, like say you were wearing a white shirt and you rubbed off on it, of course it would come off. It's just like any other, you know, powder or foundation. You can set it with like Urban Decay All Nighter spray or like a makeup setting spray, and that would keep it from rubbing off. So just like any other, you know, face makeup product, definitely try to set it. That way it lasts a little bit longer. But without all that, like without the setting shit and all that or whatever, I would say you can get at least minimum 6 hours of wear. Like I said, it depends on your skin type. So for me, I have combination oily skin. And normally I set it with a powder on top, usually a mattifying one, to kind of just put it down the T-zone, because I don't care for, you know, looking shiny in that area. But everywhere else I want a dewy natural finish, so I definitely try to set it with a powder. Overall, you guys know I love this product. Part of the reason why, number one, it's affordable and it's so easy to find for me. From my understanding, you can find it online also. I'm not sure if you can buy it anywhere else but Target, because it's a Target brand, but it's about $12 to $13, and to me that's like, I don't know, a third of the fraction of the price for like Laura Mercier. Again, I tend to usually mix, you know, with a foundation and a moisturizer, but I love that I can just buy this and it makes things 10 times easier for me. I love the finish that it gives. It's a very dewy, natural finish, and not in a way that makes you look oily, but more in a way where it makes it look like it's like your actual skin, which is helpful because it doesn't look like you're really wearing anything. A lot of girls, you know, they prefer the whole like no makeup look, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, a lot of you guys are always saying like, oh my god, your skin looks hella good, and normally I'm not really wearing anything except for like concealer and a little bit of powder, but on the days that you guys ask me like what foundation I'm wearing, ironically it's always this. Like I'm usually like nothing. So yeah, usually it's this, if you can consider it a foundation. I also like the packaging. Like I don't mind that it's in a tube like this, because I usually just squeeze it onto my brush. Like it's not bothersome, it's actually pretty easy to use. If it had a pump, cool. But it's really not a big deal that it's like this. I like that it's super easy to apply. Like it's extremely easy to blend. If any of you have ever tried it, it's like a liquid foundation, really. It's like a liquid foundation without the super high coverage. So I would suggest applying it with a brush. You can also try a sponge, like a makeup sponge. I would dampen it before putting the moisturizer on it. That way it doesn't absorb, you know, all the product into the sponge. That way you know how much coverage you're really getting. And then also, I mean, you could use your hands. I used to use my hands before I started using a brush. But I definitely suggest using a brush or a sponge, just so you get that nice dewy look, if it makes any sense. Because if you're using your hands, you're just kind of smearing it on, and I guess it depends on how much coverage you really want, but I suggest using a brush or a sponge. So in short, what I'm really trying to say is that I pretty much love the shit out of this product. This product is one of my the shit products. Like I love this one. I will always use this forever. It's like a tried and true product, one of my favorite drugstore products ever that I've ever tried. I don't think I'll ever go back to any other expensive tinted moisturizer, because unless it can beat what this can do for its price, there's no sense in me paying more than $15 for it. So I hope this review was helpful, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye!